All right, as we last left the adventurers, they made their way from Ingel's mother's home in Kleinberg and flew back to Kivik, were able to assist some of the wood elves repair their homes and items, and mended the uh, fireplace that brought them into the school Arcanum, the academy, Arcanum Academy. And upon returning, they were met with sounds in the night as two students had made their way into the restricted area of books. When speaking with Professor Thistleborn, they were able to gather enough information, provide it to him, and they were able to hatch a plan of attack for future adventures, and also come up with a list of items that would be needed from the academy in order to progress. During their conversation, two of the students that had broken into the restricted area were hauled off back to their dorms. Both of them, one of them in particular, a nervous, kind of unsure of himself, William, and a more steadfast Darius, were scolded and taken back. As the conversation continued, they were excused at least until the next day, while the professor prepared for the potions and other materials needed. As they enter through the fireplace, they are now in their own dining room back in Tordia, as a very cold night where no fire is awaiting them. Okay, as we bring them back, they
Sweet
hear
home.
the sounds of a very quiet manor in Tordia.
And looking out the window, it's pretty late at night, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I just have the lights on because. Let me actually change them then.
Lights aren't even on. It's dark. Um, should we maybe just go to bed? I don't think there's much sense in waking up like Simon or one of the people working here. Maybe we'll just go to bed and see Simon in the morning. Not Simon, Sebastian. See Sebastian in the morning.
Can you even go to bed? Like, do you even sleep?
I sleep. I'm. I mean, I'm not like an elf. They're the ones that don't sleep.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of it, of you. I just assume you go into the room and just exist.
There's still a lot of human in me. I do need to sleep. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I did not know.
I don't need to breathe. So I mean, not like your suggestion is outlandish, but yeah, no, I do need to sleep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I guess we can sleep.
All right, let's go to our.
Yeah, I know.
Our
I
room.
sleep.
Should we maybe leave a note somewhere so they're not confused about what the noises were last night and what, you know, why maybe some things have been touched? So let's leave a note on the table, just like, hey guys, we came back late at night and
You could do that.
decided to go to sleep. Cheers, Block and Angle. Write that on some parchment and put it on the table.
Okay. You could do that.
Yeah, I just did.
There. Now it's nighttime in the manor.
Yay.
Okay. As you make your way upstairs again, a very cold, quiet manor awaits you.
Sure, this was ours. Don't remember who had what bed.
You're on the right side. As you
Oh.
walk into the room, you see a note left on the table.
This is Lena's room, right?
Yep.
I think so.
Okay. You're seeing his shoes in.
Want to read that? There's a note there.
I read it. I go to read the note.
Okay. You read the note, and it says, "Congratulations, sirs. The opening of the shops were quite successful." And then it shows you the take that, like the calculations for the take. If there's anything, please inform me. Especially, we need to establish some way of communication.
Yeah. Maybe
Sure.
that's the first thing, like the first task we give the magic lab is we need like a pair of sending stones. Or if they can't do it, then we task Sebastian with finding and acquiring somewhere.
Well, it could be special sending stones because I think sending only works up to like 100 feet or something like that. It has a range.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Sending stone.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Isn't sending what I always cast? The one with 25 words?
No, that's message.
Yeah, it's different.
Oh.
I'm gonna run downstairs and.
No. That is sending.
No, it's
Let me
message.
check my spell list. Message is a cantrip that is only for 120 feet. Sending
okay.
is, I think you just swap them around. Sending is a, what is it? Third level spell with the unlimited range. So yeah, no, sending stones are unlimited range, but only 25 words. It's the same limitation as my spell. I mean, you basically cast that spell.
Wait, hang on. Is it in here or was it in the stables where we were keeping our dragons? Or wyverns?
Probably be the stables. We don't have horses anymore. Either that or on the balcony. Where are you actually? I don't even know where you went.
I walked downstairs.
No, there you are.
So then walk down here. Uh-oh.
Did you fall?
Yeah, I think I'm in the nowhere.
You're like
go.
in the ground.
Okay.
Not even under,
Yeah.
just in the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in the nowhere space. Oh, that's not a wall. Are they in here? Hey, there you are. Found them. I go up to mine. I pet them. I say hello.
It's
You
me.
hear like a soft voice. Hello?
Guess I'll go
Who's
look
there?
inside. Hello?
Who is this?
Angle? Who's this?
Oh, oh, master. Oh, you're back. And you see a little creature coming around the corner. Let me bring him over. As he meets you at the doorframe. Oh, it's so good to see you. I've been trying to take care of them as much as possible. They've been needing more tending to us, so I've been sleeping in the basement.
Mm, okay.
But they've gotten considerably bigger. I don't know what we can do about this anymore.
How much bigger are they now?
They're like another foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
Where were you, sir?
oh boy. I was everywhere.
Oh wow. Well, now that you're back, I don't know what to do about these wyverns. They are getting a little bigger, and it is harder to feed them, especially with the stipulations you asked for.
Okay. Well, me and Lock are back, so we'll have to sit down and figure something out.
You did ask us to go hunting, and if we could find anything from any of the locals or in our own pursuits, but it seems their hunger is never ending.
Mm. Well, being as how
Oh,
they're a little bigger, we might have to take them with us next time we go out.
okay. Well, are you good? Are you here for tonight and tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll definitely alert everyone for service tomorrow. I know Welby will be cooking up a storm,
That's good to know. I love his cooking.
and I believe I was told by Sebastian to alert him upon your return. So I guess I can knock on his door. Good evening, sir.
Well, good evening.
And with that, he turns and kind of scurries away. You hear him kind of like clambering up the steps. Sebastian! Sebastian!
I wasn't expecting him to just yell like that, but okay. Goodness.
You hear him kind of like stumble on the steps, but he makes his way over. Okay, it's you and the wyverns.
Yeah.
Locke, do you want to do anything? Locke, you would
Uh,
be hearing the shouting. Sebastian!
oh, oh well, I know that Engel left, so I guess our whole plan of talking tomorrow didn't work. I guess I'll also go
It
see
wasn't my
what's up.
choice. I
Your sneaking is despicable.
didn't want to alert Miss Sebastian. I just wanted to go down and check on the wyverns.
Yeah.
As you're going down the steps, Locke, you do hear the pounding of a door as you see Theron trying to alert Sebastian.
Oh, good night, Baron.
Sebastian!
Maybe, maybe it can wait until tomorrow. He doesn't have to wake up if he's asleep. How are you doing?
Oh, sir. Ah, oh, hello, sir. I was just speaking to Sir Engel, and
Yeah, I
he's
guessed.
taking a look at the wyverns.
They're all good and well.
Oh, perfect. And he like calmly like walks backwards, still facing you, just inching.
Just,
And
just
his left hand goes up with a
Baron.
fist.
I already left a message on the table. We can talk tomorrow. We really need some sleep, anyways. We've had a tough day. We can,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Well,
you should
okay.
probably go back to sleep as well. I am sorry we woke you.
No, it's okay. I was just uh, happy to see you. And he kind of like runs around you and then runs back downstairs. And you hear him like fall down, like hit the platform, but then like get back up and keep running. Uh,
Wait a
Oh.
second to see if. Did he fall and stay down? I thought he kept running.
No,
He's
he was like jogging down the steps,
yeah.
and like the second to last step before the platform, he like face plants and
Oh,
like kind
God.
of bounces off the floor and gets up and kind of brushes himself off. And he kind of just keeps running.
I'll see if I hear anything from Sebastian's room.
As you listen into Sebastian's room, you do hear him kind of like grumble. Yes, hello? Hello?
Guess the damage been done. Hi. It's
And
me,
then
Log. I mean, the
he
one
kind of
knocking
turns
was.
over. Oh, okay. You're saying something? Oh, I see.
Yeah, the
Go on.
one knocking was fair, and I'm sorry. We wanted to let you know tomorrow you should get your sleep. But,
Oh, sir. You're back. Well,
you
let me
don't worry.
get decent first.
No, that's what I was about to say. Don't worry if you're not decent or anything. Just go back to sleep. We can talk tomorrow morning. No need to
Oh,
make a fuss.
okay, sir. Well, it's nice to have you back. Please give Sir Engel my regards.
I will. Thank you, and sorry again for waking you in the middle of the night.
No. Usually Farron likes to do that. He's I guess afraid of the dark, having been down in the basement for so long, watching the wyverns.
Oh, is that? I was wondering why he ran towards the basement instead of back to the servants' quarters.
Well,
Oh,
food has been a little bit hard to come by with those wyverns getting so large. They're very ferocious with their meals, and I guess he believes keeping, I guess, them on his watch is his main duty. But yeah, it's been a little bit quieter with his responsibilities, so he's taken it upon himself.
I think it's good to know. It's something else we can discuss tomorrow. I think
Okay,
now is not the time to be solving problems. Now is the time to rest our heads.
I hope you were able to receive my message upstairs.
Yeah, we just
But
read that a minute ago.
okay, yeah, let's talk tomorrow. I'll make sure Welby cooks something special. Do you have anything in mind?
Oh, I mean, all we've been eating since we last were here is ration. So, actually, we went to dinner at a place once. To be fair.
You seem kind of like a little sleepy. Okay, yeah. Well, he can cook up some rations tomorrow. Um, will that be all?
Yeah, that's all. You. Good night, Sebastian.
Okay. Uh, yes. Have a good night, Farron. Sir. Sorry.
Quite
Have
all
a good night,
right.
sir.
Good night. Okay. I guess go down to then.
Okay.
Hi, here you are.
Hey,
Oh,
hello.
I was too late. I couldn't stop Farron from waking Sebastian, but convinced him to go back to sleep.
At this point, Locke, you do see that the wyverns are a foot longer, um, and just as kind of wide.
Pretty fast, eh? Damn luck.
Both of your wyverns like nuzzle up to you, and you see they kind of are searching your clothes, sniffing around, trying to see if there's anything to eat.
Oh,
I don't think this is a place to stay for them, right? It's like they need more
yeah.
food. Oh, I wish I could make
Yeah,
food
same.
with magic.
Go ahead, roll for some perception.
Right.
Both. Okay.
Awesome.
Perception. There it goes. One second, it's loading for me.
No worries. Okay, yeah. With that, you do get like a foul stench somewhere in this room. Angle. I guess Locke, you don't really notice it.
Yeah, distracted.
Yeah.
I will investigate the foul stench.
Okay.
Roll
Oh, are
Constitution.
you walking somewhere or? Oh, I see. Gotcha. You do see that the stench, uh, it's helping that the fresh air is coming in through the like barn doors, but it seems to be kind of also coming from the barn doors. Like each breeze that comes in is like a pungent kick.
Wait, from here or from here?
From there. Yeah. Second
Here?
one. Yep.
Okay.
So those are the barn doors. They're like half doors, and then you see out into the back alleyways. As you get right above there, your eye catches what appears to be red in the right corner of these tables.
You mean right here?
Yep.
All right. I go to investigate.
Okay. As you look down and kind of crouch and get a better eye, you see that it's a series of uh, bones the size of house pets.
Seems like our wyverns have been procuring their own food.
You find
I tell Locke about it.
Yeah.
Just show him.
Locke, you see what appears to be uh, bones of house pets and a decent amount of red hay.
yeah.
The two wyverns come in and like pick at the last pieces of meat on the bones.
Yep. I think we do need to get him out of the city.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder, what if, hear me out, what if we use where they were originally at before and we just make a base there? Like our own little hideaway. Since no one goes up there anyway.
I mean, we want to live on top of a mountain in a cave when we have a mansion here.
Well, what if we use this as a teleport? We could teleport there.
There is a circle already there. I'm thinking we should either find some kind of magical means of feeding them, summon a feast or something. Which I know there's stuff that you can use to feed groups of people, I'm sure we could just use that food to feed them.
But
Or
how long will that
otherwise,
last though? That won't last forever.
we'd probably
We
have to
saw
do
how
it
big
like
the other one.
every day.
I think maybe twice a day. Soon, you know what I mean. Like I said, they'll get big enough to where that won't work for long. But no, I get you. I get you. Yeah.
Just then, one of the wyverns picks his head up, looks toward the barn doors, and it seems like it's kind of catching a scent. As it kind of moves away, it makes its way to the barn doors, jumps up on top of it, and continues the scent.
We should no. That's not. What do I have? I'm so out of magic. I can't do anything.
What's that?
I wanted to stop it somehow, but I have no magic to like stop it.
It now, the second wyvern, picks his head up and catches the scent as well.
Okay. I gotta reach out for them and grab their head, and I say, "No, no, you had enough food for today."
Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
So no, little piggy, you're done.
Ooh, wow. Okay. So both wyverns immediately, the one that's on top of the doors jumps back down and kind of like lowers its head as it kind of slowly makes its way back over and then kind of like just rests next to the both of you. And as does the one that's was standing next to you. It just kind of like lowers its head and just kind of seemingly lays down on the hay. Very nicely rolled.
Little buggers. I break out some of my rations, like some tough jerky and like that, and I kind of feed it to them.
Okay. They quickly chomp it all up.
I look at Locke and say, "Yeah, we're gonna need to figure something out quick with these guys because they're getting big and they're getting hungry. Granted, we can control them when they're this size, but when they get a little bigger, they're gonna want to test their limits on us." And yeah,
Okay, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, I guess they need to go to bed, but
Yeah.
we also can't leave these guys alone because it seems like they're going out and finding their own food on their own. So unless you want to take them out the room with us, I might just stay down here.
Yeah, I guess we can do that for tonight. How much? How much do you think
Okay.
they eat, like compared to horses? When they're grown, what would be your guess? Like 2 horses, 3 horses worth, like as much as 2 horses eat, as much as 3 horses eat? How much would you
Because
guess?
they're carnivores, they're gonna eat about as much as a horse eats at the moment. Because they're supposed to be, if they're carnivores, so they should only be active certain times a day. So meaning that they'll store up a lot of their energy, and because they're reptilians or because they're also dragons, they're probably going to go ahead and do some other sort of like energy places. So they're either going to go ahead and relax on either a thing of gold, or they can absorb the coolness as well as disperse any of the wrong alaic materials that are in their scales, or they're going to either sunbathe like regular lizards. But I don't know. wraiths are weird. They kind of count as both, but then they don't count as either. That's right. But what's it called wyverns?
Wyverns.
Yeah, wyverns.
Aren't clerics able to like create food out of nothing? Just summon food?
I'd have to consult my deity, but yeah, I technically could.
I think that might be the way to go. Like we can't, you know, I mean, people hire adventurers to go hunt down wyverns that live in the local area because they kill all wildlife and animals that are around. So we can't feed our wyverns on, you know, the same way. Basically, just eat anything that's around. Even if they don't eat the cows and sheep and whatever, if we train them not to do that, they'll still eat all the boar and deer and whatever's around, and then people will get upset that there's nothing left to hunt for them. I think we have to feed them by other means.
Yeah.
Even if, you know, say you were able to cast that spell so they could eat, even if that's not going to be enough when they're grown, that would still at least buy us some time to maybe, you know, we have a whole magic lab set up here. As soon as we've got someone hired here, I'm sure we could ask them to make looking into that one of their priorities to see if they can figure some way out of, you know, creating food for us through maybe some kind of enchanted item. I don't know. You know, a plate that keeps on refilling or whatever it is.
Well, looking at the spell. Oh yeah, how much were we making them? Well, how much were we getting them in the beginning? Or did we tell them that they have to feed them? How much?
I don't know. Wow, I'm out of game. I'm looking up like what ways there are of creating food in D&D, and there's a Reddit post where someone wrote like, I don't know what that is. That's at least like 50 lines of different ways of summoning food.
Ingo, what were you saying?
Oh, well, before we left originally, we told them, you know, how much to give them, and it was like barrels full of blood or something like that, or hunting like.
Yeah, but there was also, this is like out of game. There was also like, yeah, if there's some wildlife like wolves or something in the area, go poach them and go ask hunters and all that kind of stuff. So you did make an effort because they were weaning off the blood at the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then how much? Well, I guess I'll
Because you
talk to
guys
them in the
tried to
morning.
give them, you tried to give them blood, and then it kind of like walked away from it or didn't look at it and stuff.
Yeah. But the thing is
Yeah.
that right now, like, I don't know how much they're eating a day, but if I do say use create food and water, um,
Mhm.
it will create up to 45 pounds of food and
Yep.
30 gallons of fresh water.
Yep.
Enough for 5 steeds.
Enough for
That's why I was
5
comparing it with
Mhm.
horses.
Yep. For the time being, they're eating around 1 steed per day, or the amount of 1 steed.
Yeah, that's more than 45 pounds.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like, so it says you create food for 5 steeds. This one, if you create food, it would last them a day and a half, or 2.5 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if I use that, it says 24 hours of it uneaten, it's going to spoil. So, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it would have to be a daily spell, and it's a level 3 spell that's gone every day.
Yep, every day.
Though, I mean, I don't know. They're wyverns. Of course, there's not really any real, but there are a lot of animals, especially like predators, that don't eat that regularly. You know, like a cow is constantly eating a little food, and predators are often more likely to have a lot of food at once and then go dry for a while. So it's possible that they would just eat the whole amount in one sitting and then be good for a couple days. That would not be. That
Yeah.
would not really surprise me.
So you can look into maybe a means of creating animals or something, or maybe a way of breeding animals, or maybe doing magical spells or something.
You can always farm rust beetles.
Yeah. Isn't there? There's one of those spells that makes like a temporary, I don't know, castle or something that also comes with food, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh, that's only wizards can get that, not clerics.
Yeah, that would be for me, and it's probably higher level than I am right now because I've not come across it when I was looking for spells. You know that I was
That's a
picking.
that's fourth or fifth
Yeah.
level, I think.
It's like
The Saloon's Tiny Mansion or something like that.
something. Yeah, Mordenkainen's or something like that.
Mordekainen's mansion or
I'm-
Mordekainen's tower.
I'm looking at Magnificent Mansion right now,
Mhm.
which does have that comes with a lot of food, but it's 7th level. That's
Yep.
quite far away still. That would definitely be great. That has food to serve a 9-course banquet for up to 100 people. So
There you go.
if this other spell equates 15 people to 5 steeds, that means divide that by 3. Would be the amount of steeds. 30 steeds can be fed with that. More than.
That's a lot of food.
But the entrance to that place is 5 feet wide and 10 feet tall. I don't know if that works with fully grown wyverns.
There is also another thing you can do. There's a lot of things you can do actually.
Summon animals. Let's see. There's like summon steed.
I'm summoning a horse for food.
Yeah. Summon dragon. There we go. Whenever we have to feed our wyverns, we have to fight another dragon.
Perfect.
I
Figured it out.
mean, yeah, why don't you summon a bugbear? Those are pretty big. And you guys could easily take it down.
A lot of what you can summon is like spirit
Yeah.
adjacent stuff. For example, summon beast doesn't actually summon a beast, it summons a beast spirit.
Hmm.
For them to get eaten again.
Or it summons beast from X-Men.
There you go.
Summon dragon also summons a draconic spirit. They thought of everything. Ah.
Okay, well, we could either do that route. I can take the night to go ahead and learn, create, and just
Yeah, I
create
think if
water
we
and
have
food.
that for the time being, that's gonna be, it's just gonna buy us time to find a better long-term method of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Anyways, we're sleeping down here tonight.
I am.
I'll
Keep
stay
an eye
here
on these
too.
little guys.
Okay, sleeping there?
Yep.
All right. All right. You guys get some hay, make it into something comfortable, and it's comfortable enough that you're not going to have like you're going to have a full night's rest. So there's nothing
So we're used to sleeping on
like you got to
on the
worry
stars
about
anyway, right?
or
So
nothing. Yeah.
ain't nothing new.
All right. So does anyone want to take watch or
We do need to watch the wyverns.
just
That's
sleep?
the reason we're staying down here in the first place.
Yeah, I'll take first watch. I can take first watch.
All right.
Okay. All right. All right. You take first watch, and the wyverns are, especially like even if they catch a scent, they're looking directly back at you because of that 21. Good lord. Yeah, they don't move a muscle. And your shift goes without a hitch.
Ooh,
Okay. Then it's now.
Oh, I just we have a bag that we can put
Well,
money into
they
and
at you
stuff comes out of it.
and starts kind of. They kind of like cock their head to the side. And. Yeah. One of them, let's see. One of them starts
Hold
looking
on, hold
over
on.
and
Just
starts
wait here.
jumping
Don't
up.
stay right there. Stay right there for just a moment. I
The other
fumble
one
through my
starts
bag.
moving as well.
Fumble through my bag, and I'm getting out the Link's bag. Oh, it's only once a week. Well, I guess for tonight. How does it work? You put in, speak the name. Okay, so I put in food is not that expensive. I'll put in like, let's say 10 gold. And I say dried meat. And then, yeah, they can eat dried meat. Dried meat, and then I tip over the bag.
Immediately as you tip over the bag, they take a look at it and they hop back down immediately. And they just start going to town, just devouring this meat.
And is it a lot that's coming out for 10 gold? I was just coming up with
It's
anything, I don't
a
know.
lot of meat, yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah. It's like, I'd say it's like half a pig, maybe even more.
Okay.
And it's just like just sliced cuts of like meat, and it just all comes fumbling out, and you see him just scarfing down. And as they finish it, they kind of just you see one of them like stretch as it kind of like curls its neck around and kind of stretches out, and then kind of just goes over, gets a drink of water, comes back, and just right there it just like falls asleep. The other one kind of just like nudges your knee, and then kind of like you it's this is your wyvern, kind of nudges your knee and then just falls asleep next to you. Okay, both wyverns now asleep. Wait, don't go. All right, then the rest of the night, no motion, everything goes on, and soon after you're met with the sunrise. Okay, it is now sunrise.
okay. So guess I wake up.
Yep. Yeah, you're good.
And it's locked. Oh wait, because he's still asleep.
Oh yeah, he's standing over you,
So
seemingly a little frazzled, but looking a little proud.
you look good today. What's up? Lock?
Lock?
Yeah, I fed them. But it only works for today. The bag, Link's bag, I just realized during my watch we had that make anything we want, but we can only use it like, was it once a week, something like that?
Yeah, once a week, up to a certain number.
So
What
yeah,
gold can we use at one time?
up to 75.
Yeah.
I put in 10 because I didn't know how much it would make, and they ate it all in one go. So I don't know.
You saved some animal. You saved some animal's life, Lock.
Yeah.
So what if we summon $75 or 75 gold's worth of meat and keep it in a space, or yeah,
You'll have to wait 1 week.
You know, it would have to be enough for a week's worth of food, but they just ate 10 gold worth like in one sitting. So I don't know if that's enough for a week.
So like, what you think? 10 gold or 75 gold's worth would last us like what, 3 days?
I don't know. I would have thought it would make more. I mean, like, you know, adventuring goods are expensive, but food is normally so cheap. Apparently not if you use pure meat.
It did make them almost an entire, like, large pig.
Yeah.
But again, did they eat today? That's the question.
True.
Yep.
Very true.
Yep. Okay, what are you guys going to do?
All right. Well, it's another thing to add to our to-do list, right? Find a way to feed wyverns. So, were you able to like learn that spell overnight? Are you able to summon food that way?
Yeah. I should be able to, or I guess I'm gonna swap out spells. I'm gonna swap out where is it at? I was just looking at it. False, not false life. Dang, I don't really have
Are you talking about create food and water?
Yeah.
But he's looking at what spell to get rid of for it, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I see, I see.
Because believe it or not, there are not a lot of spells I can get rid of. A lot of my current spells are spells that I have with me at all times, and it kind of sucks.
I just looked at more stuff, and there's also conjure animals, but that's only for druids and rangers, which we don't have. So spectral intangible now, it's also a spirit.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. And yeah.
Yeah, add the spell. Surprised this
All right.
isn't a ritual, but okay.
Did you update on Discord?
Yeah. Or I am going to. I'm typing it in right now.
Okay. All right, so now it's daytime in Tordia. With that, Theron comes walking over.
Oh, good morning.
And he walks in. Oh, you stayed here for the night. Oh, great. Were they okay?
Well, yeah, in the end, yeah, they did get hungry, but I managed to feed
Did
them
they eat
something.
yesterday?
Um, I was able to scrounge a little bit of meat, but uh, not enough. Plus, I'm kind of a little scared when I feed them. Uh, sometimes they look like they want to eat me instead.
Sure. How much were you able to feed them? I guess like a pound, 2 pounds, 4 pounds.
Usually about half of what they eat.
Okay, how much do they normally eat? If
Mm, I'd say about the size of a large pig and a lot of water. Maybe an extra animal gets thrown in there sometimes. They have been growing, so maybe before it was the size of a pig plus a rat, and now maybe the size of a pig plus a cat. Um, it's it's been getting a little intimidating.
gotcha.
That's each, or is that for both together?
What?
Is that each, or is that for both of them together?
Both of them.
All right. Were there ever any times where you were able, for some reason, to get a lot of food at once and feed that to them, or was it always, daily sort of, portions in
Um,
the size that you were talking about?
well, some of the times I come in here and they're actually not even here. Uh, so at least for what I feed them, that's usually what I can feed them. And lately, it's been daily trying to scrounge up the food. But, um, yeah, sometimes they're out on their own and we don't really know what they're doing. But they come back all the time, at least.
Were there times when they were younger, when it wasn't daily, when they were only needed to eat every couple days?
Oh, yeah, those were the days. Oh, boy. Now it seems like they're feeding once every other day, I would say.
That worked though. You could
Usually, they,
feed them when they were younger. You could feed them, and then like how many days would it take for them to get hungry again?
I guess I mean, depends if we fed them little bits, they would eat constantly, like each day. But if we fatten them up, it would take sometimes 3 or 4 days, and they
That's
would just kind of survive off that. But again, now it's a little bit shorter, um, because we haven't been fattening them up on one day. It's been a little harder to find food.
that sounds like your spell would probably work, Engel.
It's 45 pounds. A large pig is not 45 pounds.
What's
Yeah,
that?
but it was also said that they eat as much as a horse would currently per day each.
Yeah, a horse eats more than 45 pounds.
Well, no,
Yeah,
in the spell it says the 45 pounds is enough for the horse,
Which spell you guys looking
enough for
at?
five.
yours, the create food and water.
Yeah, if you see the spell, it's enough for 5 horses, the 45 pounds. So they're eating a little bit less than what the horse would eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, it says for enough for 5 mounts. So if we wanted to cheese the system, we could start riding them, and then they then they're full. But but yeah,
I mean, if you want, but I don't think they're big enough for that yet.
no, that was a joke. I mean,
Again,
even so,
again, the food is not all. It doesn't have to come perishable. So, for example, like Locke, you put in 10 gold and you got out dried meat. Dried meat is going to last.
yeah, the meat from the spell automatically goes bad though, just because the spell dictates that.
Hmm.
But you know what we just heard about them when they were younger, they would only eat every like 4 or 5 days. That tells me that
3 or 4. 3 or 4.
3 or 4, sorry, 3 or 4 days. That tells me that
Yeah.
that plan works. You can give them a bunch of food now, and since they eat as much as a horse would currently, that means that's for the time being, at least before they get bigger, that's going to be enough for well, 2.5 days. So you would have to cast it every third day again, and then they have a bit more than they need actually.
Yeah.
Only
And
give
if
them
you
the
want,
first. Oh yeah.
and if you want, the food you do through Create Food and Water, there's also Farron, there's Welby, and there's Sebastian. So that's enough for everyone to eat each day, at least. So you could save on actual money.
Yeah, we could basically use 2 days worth of food for them, and then the half day that we would have left, enough for one horse, would also be enough for 5 people for one day. So on the day that you cast it, we can also feed 5 people if we want to do it that way.
Okay. Keep in mind too, the food does not taste good. It is bland.
Yeah, I think it might be just mostly for the wyverns, but you know, they eat their meat unsalted. I think they're going to be perfectly happy with bland food. They don't usually eat any spices.
Well, they usually like a live food too. That's another thing. This isn't going to be fresh. This is going to be,
Yeah.
you
They
know.
they ate the dried meat that I made last night. I thought they might not eat it all because I didn't know how much 10 gold was going to make. So I specified dried, and they ate that happily enough.
Yeah, for now. Again, they are hungry. But if we keep them well fed, they're going to start wanting more fresher stuff.
Perhaps. I mean, the other thing that they are always going to be able to eat, but again, less regularly, is whatever we fight. You know,
Hopefully.
I think.
Hopefully they can't eat ghosts or,
Yeah,
you know,
but they can eat, I don't know,
fire elementals.
orcs. They could have probably eaten the fire
Technically,
giant. That one looked pretty fleshy.
It's a fire giant though.
the
Yeah.
the hellhounds, they're already cooked.
Yeah, right. But
Yeah, they're
anyways,
probably deeply charred, but yeah.
do you want to cast your spell now? Feed them for the next couple of days.
Okay.
Now we also have these troughs right here in the front of the stables for all that water that you're creating, so that doesn't go to waste.
Before
All
you
right.
cast the spell, Farron dumps out the water that's already there, as it's been like still water. And
Gross.
yeah, he gets everything ready, washes
I think we might want to get out of the
it up
way. I
super
think
fast.
it's going to be a frenzy. We use this as some kind of teaching moment, like instill us as being their, you know, their food givers, the hand that feeds them.
If you want.
I mean, you're the one
As you
doing
say
it.
that,
Maybe you would have to.
But I'm gonna be casting a spell. You'll be there, just, hanging out.
All right.
You can like hold them back or do some animal checks to kind of get them to listen to us.
Okay. Okay, I'll try.
If you want, you can have them follow me inside and then do the spell, and then I can bring them out so they can see that you provided the food. But again, yeah, animal checks because they're a little scary for me.
Yeah. You know what? How about we take him outside and then I try to make him essentially like sit and wait there and then go in and eat on my command. That way.
Okay.
Do you need any help for any of this?
Uh, personally, I mean, if you have any tips, that would be great. But I think or either me or Engel, one of us is going to have to be the one that actually does it because they need to, imprint or what they need to learn is that this food is coming from us so that we can control them later on.
Okay. And then, like,
do you have any tips for me? Or some idea of how you can help me with it still being like focused on me and Engel?
And you see him like he's like already like dipping behind one of the stalls. Oh, okay. Well, I have noticed that, at least for me, uh, standing in front of them and giving them a direct order has been working a little bit, or at least by their side. But from afar, they have tuned me out a lot. So I guess being kind of in their vicinity helps, and eye contact helps too.
All right. All right. Thanks for the tips. I'll definitely apply them.
Yeah. And then like Farron like kind of dips behind one of the things to hide.
Engel, what's yours called again? Mine's Hemlock, I know that, but yours was
Bubblegum.
some other poisonous herb, if I remember correctly, right?
I think so.
Nightshade or something?
I think so, yeah.
Do you have it somewhere?
I do. Let me check my notes. Wow, I actually don't have it. What the hell? I know I've written it down because I remember we had a long discussion about it because we were talking about different names.
Well, I know mine is Hemlock, so maybe if I search for Hemlock on Discord, I find something.
Is it on the actual Discord, or do we put it in?
I can't find it on Discord.
No.
Because I remember we had to put it down.
Don't find Hemlock.
Huh? What's that?
I can't find Hemlock on Discord, that's what I said. Yeah. Either.
Yeah. Maybe. 1 second. Let me actually check. No, it's not in. It's not in the individual messages.
That's not. What?
I think it was Nightshade.
No, it was something along those lines, but like I know I written it down because we were talking about it.
Is it on your character sheet?
Let me check.
That's where I have it. I have it under on D&D Beyond under extras. I have familiar creatures. Well,
Yeah, it is Nightshade. I found it. Nightshade, but it's Night as in Knight.
Ah, nice. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. All
Yeah.
right.
And I actually have the stat block in there.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So I have it too.
Okay.
All right.
Hemlock and Nightshade.
All right. Hemlock, Nightshade with me. And I
There you
take
go.
them around the corner. Which one? Oh, are you just moving one? Are they both coming, or do I? Okay. Wondering
Well,
if I have to go
first,
talk to them.
let's do an animal check
Okay.
before you do.
All right. Yes.
So they
That's
follow
what I
you for like
expected.
a minute. They follow you for like a minute, and then, like, as you're turning the corner, they lose sight of you, and then just kind of like go back and just like do their own thing.
I cast guidance on them.
Okay. You now feel a little bit more confident in your direction,
What is
remembering
it?
the tips.
What's
Remember
guidance
the
to?
tips that you remember the tips that Farron gave you,
Yeah.
and you try to be a little bit more stern and look at them in the eyes and everything. But at right now, they're not looking at you.
Yeah. Angle. What's guidance to? Angle.
Angle?
Looking it up, I think it's a plus D4, right? Or is it just plus 3?
Yeah. Plus a
It's
D4
just
to
a plus
any
D4,
ability
yeah.
check of my choice. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll call out their names and just look at them as I call out their names until they're looking at me before I say with me. Try again. And I use the guidance.
Okay. They're currently not looking at you right now. And
So yeah,
yes,
I'm just calling out
again,
Hemlock, Nightshade until they're looking at me, and then once I get their attention, then I'll say with
I
me
see.
again.
Okay. So, as they are now finally looking into your direction, go ahead and make your roll.
Okay. So that was the one that I just rolled. Was that for they're getting them to look at me?
Well, no, like you rolled prior to them even looking at you, so you
Oh.
attempted to direct them.
So you're
So
giving me
now
a
that they
reroll
are,
essentially.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. I think I might need
Yeah.
it. It's gonna be worse. Watch it. Oh no. Okay.
Okay, there you go. With that, they are now kind of like more focused on you, and they kind of walk over, and again, as you know, what happened to that? Okay, as you know, once they lost track of you, they kind of lost interest, but now they seem a little bit more focused.
Now that I have them, I once again say with me, and then I make sure they follow me through the door this time. No.
Okay.
Get them to like the other side of me, so they're in front of me.
They are now following directly behind you.
Okay. Okay. Well, a little further, then. All right.
Okay.
Say,
Right there.
wait here. Turn around. Okay. Okay. Now I say, we will feed you, but first, wait. And I look them in the eye as I say it, and I make sure I'm close to them, using the hints that what's his name gave me.
Farron. As you
Farron.
say this before you make a roll, they kind of look at each other a little bit, and they kind of look at you and kind of like a head cock.
Yeah, okay. With my hand, I'm also gonna hold out my hand and I say, wait.
And they look at each other again, and then look back at you.
I can't speak with animals.
Can you speak with animals?
I cannot. I can speak Elvish with them. Or Primordial.
I think these guys are considered beasts, they're not dragons, right?
Let me see, make sure. Yeah, no.
Yeah, they are considered dragons.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. It says
Oh,
small dragon, night,
okay.
wyvern, and wyvern.
So they would
So
probably
technically,
speak.
you could.
Let me just make sure.
Well, I think they're
Yeah,
still too
wyverns, they
young.
have no languages.
Yeah, they're too young
They
to
have
understand
no
draconic.
languages. Yeah.
Well,
Zero language. So you're saying you're just speaking at them, they just kind of look at each other.
I can speak into their head, but that doesn't make them understand it. I think message is still just the words in their head.
You can train them to understand the word wait.
Well, not right now.
Well,
Okay.
it is a teachable moment right now. You technically can try.
If you can teach it to them, they'll understand, they'll learn it for later.
Okay.
It's not something like you have to like spend 8 hours doing.
Well, I'm gonna try.
Sure.
And here, if they
Okay.
start like disregarding disregarding the weight, like if they don't do it the way I can basically establish that I am the boss here, is I can vortex warp them back to where they were. They try to run. So I am gonna keep that as an option. And I am gonna
keep in mind the last command they understood of you was for them to follow you.
so they got
So
follow.
right now they're in the understanding of follow you. So don't undo don't undo that word for them.
All right. Well, I guess I'm sure I have some scraps of food like in my pocket, so I'm gonna basically hold one out and say wait, and while they're not moving, the food keeps coming closer to them, and as soon as they try to eat it, I pull it away and I say wait again, and then come closer again if they sit still. So basically try to get them to understand that wait means, not go for what they want to go for.
Okay, let's go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. The first wyvern that's closest to you starts getting it, and the second wyvern starts looking over and seeing that wyvern's getting food. Wait, why is he getting food? All right, let me just copy. And he starts doing the same thing. And he starts getting the food as well. And they now, after hearing the word wait, they now understand wait.
Okay, Angle, I think we're ready.
Okay. I cast create food and water.
As soon as they do, they kind of look behind Locke and they immediately start smelling.
Okay, now is the moment. Lots of eye contact, being close to them. Wait.
They're not moving. They're just
Yeah.
they're just like their long necks are kind of craning around to smell.
Just impressing the weight again, and then I'll give it like 5 seconds before I get up and with my hands like motion them forwards into the room, and so I go
They
and
just keep
step
standing
back.
there.
No, how can I undo it? Okay, go, and then I walk forwards and move my hands behind me to motion them to follow.
Okay. As you motion, one of them kind of steps forward a little bit, is like very cautiously.
Yes, go. Good, go.
They start running. One runs right past you and turns the corner and is just kind of like digging into it. The other one just runs around you as well and then just kind of goes into the food. And they eat just a little bit because they just had that pig. So they eat like maybe the size of a cat each. And then at the end of it, they kind of just like, you see them kind of like nuzzle down into the hay and just kind of just relax as the food kind of just is there in front of them.
Well, they have until the end of the day to eat as much as they can, and then I guess we'll have to see how long a full stomach is gonna last them. I don't know how
Yeah.
much food there was that I fed them tonight. It might have already been like a similar amount. They might literally just be full.
They're
We'll find
yeah,
out.
they're yeah. Seemingly right now they're pretty content.
I think I got them to understand what wait means and maybe go. Well, I'm not sure on the second one, but I think wait they got.
I think you got it.
Okay. They're now taking little nibbles here and there. Okay, guys, what do you guys want to do?
We go talk to Sebastian. All right.
Yeah, we should talk to Sebastian for sure.
Okay.
And maybe also eat ourselves.
Maybe
Don't eat yourselves.
ourselves.
Or Boros. Also,
Okay.
now that I'm starting to, I'm going to start to learn how to cast the teleportation circle, we are gonna have to prep the room for that, like we planned.
Yeah. Do you remember which room you wanted to do it in?
Well, yes, kind of. We have here, I can point them out. These two rooms or spaces, which are currently not really rooms at all because they have no doors. And we were going to use one of them for a vault and the other one for a teleportation circle. The entrance was going to be through, I think, through the chapel, if I'm not mistaken.
None of you have gone into that room yet, right?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we're going to have to get some kind of secret door built into the wall there. And then the question is, do we want the vault first and then have a second layer of security to get into the teleportation room, or the other way around? Do we have the teleportation room first and then another layer of security to get into the vault? That's the thing. But yeah. Anyways, breakfast and Sebastian now.
Just ahead, you do see Sebastian kind of standing in front of the doorway to the kitchen.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, sirs. It's what a pleasant surprise to have you today. I'm very glad to have you back.
Very glad to be back.
Hi, Welby too.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello, sir. Cooking away here. Heard you wanted rations. Is that right?
Well, I think there was a misunderstanding. It was late at night, understandable, but whatever you have. I basically said all we had was rations, so we're happy with anything. So go wild with
Oh,
rations if you
oh,
want.
I'm so sorry. I misunderstood then.
That's completely fine. Completely fine. But yeah, it is nice to be back.
It is. It is. It's nice.
Well, there is a fair amount of business I would like to discuss with you. I guess if you'd like to have your breakfast first, we can discuss it, I guess, during or after.
I'd be happy during,
Either
right?
or. Very fine.
During. Perfect. Would it be okay to join you?
Sure.
Absolutely. Be welcome.
All right, excellent. I'll have Farron set the table, and we'll be eating in, I believe, looking at the sound of things, in the next 4 minutes. So I will get him now.
All right. Oh,
You guys to your own devices for a second.
what are we gonna do with our time other than talking to Sebastian? Of course, we definitely also have to talk to the Lord here about those elves coming for Nim.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he'll have a problem with that, but he's gonna have a problem. We might have a problem with how they want to do things. Actually, no. I don't think the king. Actually, the king here is actually pretty easygoing, honestly.
I don't think it should be a problem. I mean, it's not even inside the town; it's well outside.
True. Very true.
And then we'll have to see where we want to move on from here, because there's Alma that we want to visit. I guess the water plane portals, we have to wait until I go back to the school for the classes anyways. Yeah, and then there's the pickaxe. That's another item on the list.
Actually, where did Bernie go?
Where did Bernie go? He would have
Is he with
probably
us, or-
been with us through this whole thing. I just kind of forgot him on the island, because there were a lot of minis there.
There were a ton of minis.
Okay.
Yeah, he's with you.
Did Bernie already know about our wyverns?
I didn't see you there. You scared me.
Oh, I've just been watching you guys do some really interesting work with your wyverns. That was quite impressive.
Engel's work was impressive. That was a lot of food.
Okay, and just with that also, Farron just scurries past, morning, morning, and then just runs in there to start setting everything up. All right, let's get Bernie on the table. Oh, Bernard.
How draining is that spell for you, Engel? Do you feel like you're like, I don't know, even almost tapped and like wouldn't want to get in a battle now, or is it just peanuts?
I look deeply in Locke's eyes and I say, every time I cast a spell like that, it feels like a piece of me is slowly leaving my body, and I'll never be able to get it back.
Wow, I am really glad I'm a wizard then and not a cleric.
I'm joking. I don't feel anything at all.
Oh, okay. Oh,
as Farron runs by. That sounds terrible, sirs. Sorry about that. He runs past with some plates. You see him setting up the table. Whew. Okay, breakfast is served. And he kind of like leans against the post next to him.
thank you, Farron.
You're welcome, sirs.
Right.
Okay. Sebastian waits for everyone to take a seat. And he saddles up right there. Okay. First order of business. Is there anything I should be paying attention to or putting my mind toward in the next days?
Kind of depends on the current status as well. Have you managed to hire some people for the workshops and the shop? How's all that going?
There is one very interesting candidate, but I think he's a bit of a silver tongue. We tried him out 1 or 2 days last week, and well, we tried a few people out, and I think he's the best candidate. He's been pretty persuasive with the customers.
For the person to run the shop, that's what you're talking about?
Yes.
Look, okay. Would you like us to talk to him, or?
I can handle it.
Okay.
I think pretty much what he really wants, from what I'm gathering, is to possibly find a missus. And he heard the Tordian women are very pretty. So I guess if we can find him a match, he'll stay.
Okay. Well, how's it going with workers for the workshops? Magic Lab, the leather workshop, and so on.
So far, the Farron and his one cousin have been pretty good so far. I don't know if you want to have any other people brought in. Would you like that?
Um, well, asking out of games, the rooms that we have built, a lot of them have like requirements for workers that work there. So we're supposed to fill all those positions, right?
Okay, yeah.
I'm asking that out of game. Is that true? We need to fill those positions.
You can, I would say, you can put people into multiple positions, but then again, you're probably going to have to pay them accordingly. So the price you're paying is
Ends up
going to
being
be
the
the
same.
same, but the number of people, I would say no two people can have more than two positions, or no one person can have more than two positions, because
Yeah.
that would tire them out, of course, but they'd be paid accordingly.
Well, all added up together, we need 5 guards and 11, servants and workers in different capacities, including I think you being one of them. So 10 others. Kitchen
Well,
is
we were able to
supposed.
go
Yeah, the
on.
kitchen is supposed to be staffed by 2 people. Then there's 4 workers or 2 workers per workspace. So 2 for Chick Lab and 1 more for leather.
Mhm.
Stable is supposed to have a groom, though I guess maybe that's a position that Aaron can have together with being a servant for the house. The smithy already has someone working, but he could use 1 backup.
Mhm.
The shop needs a clerk that you've already talked about, and then there's the alchemy lab there, also 2 workers. And the farm, I don't know how it's going to work there, whether we need to hire workers for there or whether we are also hiring, the woman that runs the farm as an employee. but that said, it needs 2 to 3 workers. So yeah, total
Well,
and guards in different positions. Total 5 guards and 11 workers.
with the stables, that already comes with people, so the money that you're paying her takes care of that
Okay.
because she has her like her nephews that come by and stuff, and they're the helpers. Yep. So on her end, that's taken care of. Sir, as for the guards, so the stables are all taken care of. The guards, I was able to speak to 4 guards that were interested, but only half of them agreed. And they'll still be doing their guard duties, but they said on their off days they can tend to the manor. I know I need to still speak to 3 more,
Okay.
and that is taking a bit of time, as opposed to the other workers, which I have heard that some people from oh my god, what's the name of it? I'm gonna die. TTT. We just stickied. Where'd he go? This is a new city. Didn't we just sticky the map?
Yep,
Why is it not here? Good lord, I have to scroll for this.
it isn't.
Roglia. That's it.
It's in. Also, it should be in campaign stickied.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is. Oh, pinned messages. I see.
Yeah, it's in pin
Okay, okay.
messages. Yeah.
That's confusing. All right, I learned that. So Roglia. There are a lot of eager individuals from Roglia that have shown interest in tending to shops. I guess there might be some conflicts going on over there. And certain people are leaving their town.
All right.
So at least that's a little bit advantageous for us. But thankfully, we were able to snag that one silver-tongued salesman.
That's good, yeah. Okay, so you're just still hiring there, yeah.
Correct. Yes. We have.
And
I have put out some feelers for some of the Roglians to maybe come by this way and see how good they are with their hands.
what about the construction that was going on? Is everything done that was still unfinished the last time we were here?
Well, the construction downstairs, there, the construction that goes down to the sewers was finally completed by the uh, Lord Brahms specific construction workers, and that definitely, uh, I guess, he wanted to keep it a little bit more hush hush. So, for the time being, the other construction workers that you hired, are just now in waiting to come back, but the sewers are complete.
Were they still working on something, the other ones?
I believe they need to set up the vault and the teleportation room that you guys wanted, and
Yeah.
I think that might be it, unless there's like something specific that you guys want to do.
I don't think so. I just remember they were here to put in doors and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the library is complete. That's good. Yeah, they need to just add on the door to go into the stables. They need to finish because they need to also knock down the wall and create the vault. And I don't know if there was any other doors that you needed to be placed. That need to be placed, but at least for so far, that's what it looks like. For
Okay.
the time being, they were doing a lot of work at the shop itself. So they were setting up the upstairs, and they were also setting up a lot of things in the actual showroom. So,
Okay. Well, that all sounds good.
did you want to take a look at the sewer system?
No, we could do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you?
Covered
I
any?
do know that I'm guessing you wanted to keep that a little bit of a secret. So I did take one of the rugs and place it over that entrance.
Okay.
I don't know if that was the right call, but you did say you wanted to keep that kind of out of prying eyes.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. It's not as critical for that to stay secret as it is for the vault and especially the teleportation room. It's definitely
Okay.
good, yeah, if not everyone knows about it.
All right. Yeah. Then I can return the rug. How would you like to keep the vault a secret?
Well, that's the yeah, we do have to talk about that angle.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a smart way of doing it might be to have the access to the teleportation room through the vault. And that way we can basically have actual serious like security measures on the vault, which doesn't need to be super secret but secure, like strong iron doors, um, perhaps a somewhat hidden entrance, but if someone finds that and manages to get in there, they'll think they've already reached the end and this is the vault, that's great, they got everything they need, they can leave again. And then have
Okay.
the entrance to the teleportation room in the vault but very hidden. That makes sense to you?
So they're in the same room, or one room leads to another room?
One to another, there are those two adjacent
Cool.
spaces that we still have.
Okay. Yeah. And oh, I see. The one that goes next to the prison and then underneath the staircase.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. So the vault secured, ironed up. The next one, not as much, but more so secret.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
If need be, I think I know some guys who could help us out with that.
Oh, perfect. Uh, if you could put me in contact, I can take care of all the necessary.
Oh. They're my cousins, Rocky Bullwinkle.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay. Yeah. I see. Yeah.
No, it's three of them: Rocky, Bull, and Winkle.
Oh, I see. Yes. I see. Yeah. Family is very good to call on. There are sometimes I call on my own cousins as well. Uh, of course,
Out of
my
game,
back.
I'm being silly.
Okay.
It didn't have to be a thing.
Okay. I was gonna
I thought
say.
the name was kind of funny. Rocky,
Yeah.
Bull, and Winkle.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say his cousin is also Peabody, but
Ah!
and his other cousin is Sherman.
Oh my
So
goodness. Cousin Sherman and a cousin Peabody.
yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
Natasha and Boris, and yeah.
That's their dad and mom.
All right. So here, yeah. So okay, so that's all squared away. I do remember you wanting to have a special place for the undead. I believe maybe a holding cell downstairs, or did you want to have just them sitting in the sewers?
No, they were gonna be in that prison that we set up, right? That has two cells, and we planned on having one cell for undead and the other one if we ever need an actual prison.
Oh, okay. How would you get them from the sewers up? They're not really climbing.
I mean, they climbed down once before. I'm sure they can climb back up. You know, we took them out
Oh,
of the
can
city
they?
through the sewers before.
Oh, okay.
True.
Didn't they just fall?
I don't think so.
That's reverse climbing.
Yeah.
Did they climb or did they fall?
I mean, I think they climbed down. I don't think we jumped down.
Okay, I'll have to look at the thing.
But yeah.
Okay, yeah, if they climb down, then there you go. It's cool. But yeah. Reverse climbing. That's funny. All right, yeah, so then that works. We can is there any protocol, or are you going to be taking care of the undead?
Oh, yeah, I'll do any of the work that they require. Currently, I don't actually have any anyways.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so then I think that could be it. So get a few more workers, get a few more guards. I see. Okay. And did you need the construction workers for anything else, or are they just gonna rely upon Engel? Were you serious? You're gonna have cousins, or was that just joke?
I mean, technically, Engel has his entire family at his mom's and stuff like that. So, yeah, you would definitely have cousins. That would be that kind of
So
thing.
do you want to ask? Is that like a real thing that you're gonna do? Like you're gonna actually bring in the cousins, or was the whole thing just a bit?
I could bring in. No, I actually like part of me
I
was
mean,
actually gonna ask like I would talk to Locke about trying to bring my family here or bring
Okay,
more of my family out here because a lot of them are stuck in that village. And
gotcha. All
as you
right,
saw from how my mom is,
yeah.
everyone thinks I'm lying. It's like, well, the only way for them to get them to not lie is to bring them out, most of them out here. So yeah, bringing
There
my
we go.
cousins out here, see if they can help.
All right. So I guess yeah, if you're looking to bring your cousins over, then I guess we can let go the construction workers on the other plans for the um, yeah, the other plans for the vault. And
oh,
are they able to keep a secret for the teleportation room?
I have to get the school involved with that one because I think they're the only ones who actually know how to do that, right? Locke.
well, they're teaching me how to set it up, but mainly setting up the room itself, that's like another
Yeah.
question. But the other thing is I can shape stone, so perhaps we don't even need to hire someone, especially if we don't want or if we don't need a lot of decoration or anything in the teleportation room. If it's pretty basic, you know, maybe we could buy the furniture for it and just put it in, but the door, I could probably just open that up in the wall, and if I take my time, maybe cast it a second time to iron out any mistakes, I'm sure I can make it well hidden as well.
Well, the specifications, it's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, the vault is going to be made of metal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, never mind. Then we do still need them to do that. But can your cousins do the metalwork as well, or would they be stonemasons?
Mostly stone, I think. That's just. I mean, technically, our dwarves have some kind of, fall back to stone. It just depends on how much we listen. But yeah, if they should be able to at least help. I imagine I got some stoneworking cousins.
Well, we need are the cousins able to work with metal?
Oh yeah,
Okay, there you go. Perfect.
yeah. No, I should have. Like, I think I told you like my entire clan's there, and like I said, like I know I have blacksmithing,
Yes.
blacksmith, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If you want to bring your family here, it would also be great if they could take over some of the jobs that we are looking for people for.
I'll ask.
Because, you know, if you say blacksmith, that's one of the open positions, is someone else to work at the smithy with the local blacksmith. for
I
example.
asked.
Yeah.
Like I said, I do not know because like that's another thing too. I don't know if the Dwarven society has any contracts or anything like that with this town or not. Because I know
Hmm.
sometimes our work is rather serious and like you just don't pull a Dwarven blacksmith to work for anybody. You gotta set up contracts and stuff like that. You gotta make sure,
Yeah.
you know, yeah. You don't want to step on other people's toes, especially in Dwarven work as well too, because
Yeah.
take pride in work.
Well, and where do you think they could stay? Like here in the house? Mm.
Either downstairs or see if they can stay over by isn't it a spot next to the Smiths? Or we can ask the innkeeper. Doesn't the innkeeper owe us a favor?
Well, he doesn't really owe us a favor. We just know him. Yeah, we're kind of friends.
I thought we did something for him, didn't we? Or was that a different
I
innkeeper?
can't think of anything.
What did you do for him?
Didn't we help them out with some meat or something like that?
Oh, you mean Lord Brum's brother?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like you guys are pretty tight.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm also thinking we could, because the beds that we currently have in the house, they're all meant either for, some are for us. Then we have that one guest bedroom, and the servants' quarters are, those beds are earmarked for the servants. But perhaps, if we talk to those workers again, we could maybe turn some spaces like this one here or this one here into some more living space. But it would be pretty cramped in there, I guess.
Do that one again. Where? Where'd you
Maybe
highlight?
this or this space.
Oh, so turn it.
Like put up some
Oh,
walls.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Or
Yeah, that's just this or this, those two spaces.
okay.
Like with a ruler, I can mark out like walls here and here, and like this, perhaps. But again, it's not a lot of space. I mean, I don't know how many people you want to bring here, but I don't know. Or were you thinking that they just move to this town and they live in other houses? I don't know what your idea was exactly.
I mean, I don't know how they are in in Kleinsburg, but I know that sometimes stores get a little wonderlust. I want to go out and try out new things. I'm just gonna open it up to them, see what they want to
So
try. But
I will say that you guys would have known this since it wasn't that long ago. Because of the Yeti attacks, because of this and that, there are several homes that are empty in the town.
Hmm.
There's like a few homes that are empty.
like NT2 abandonment or NT because they were murdered and eaten.
Empty, a little of both.
That's because obviously the ones that left, they might come back, and the ones that were eaten are not going to come back.
Yes.
So
It would have been kind of funny though if our entire like enterprise of businesses would have been run by only halflings and dwarves. Yeah.
I mean, we'll just call our chain of places the little things, because it's the little things that count.
Yeah, little things in life.
Or you guys can open up a breakfast diner and call it Short Stacks.
Short stacks.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Uh,
Can I get a short stack special, please? Or the signature short stack?
Farron just walks over. You rang? What'd you need? No,
Right.
not you, Farron. I'm hungry.
We're actually hungry. No. But yeah, yeah, we could do that. And then eventually I wanted to check up on the what's it called? Other place. What is that? Yeah. In is it Brimmy? Brimmy? Where are other places?
Baruni?
All right.
Yeah,
Next to Barumi, yes.
yeah. Which I want to go check up over there and see how they're doing. But that's something I
Hmm.
could do way on later down the line because I don't think they even think they broke ground yet. I think they're still heading over there. I think.
I don't know
What do you mean
what's
broke
going on
ground?
there.
Oh,
The
all
funnel,
Rhine? All
Yeah.
Rhine?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. Did
It,
you did you actually give him the blueprints and everything like that?
I thought we did. We sent them over there with all the instructions. They're going to go out there after they helped out that one town,
Yeah, Rockdale.
Rockdale, yeah.
Rockdale. Yeah,
Yep. Okay.
Don't even remember what the blueprints were though. That was a very long time ago.
yeah. I saw mine still in my messages to you, Clavine.
And I think we in TaleSpire we like each built our own room, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to go look back on that. I imagine they would have at least started it by now, so I guess there'll be like the framework, if not a little bit further down the line than the framework. Um, like you'll see like rooms starting to be sectioned off, but not yet built.
And I think the whole layout of
Also,
that place was more of like a castle. We had like outer walls,
yes.
gatehouse and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe your family can move there. That's a bit
I was
closer for
thinking
them
about
too.
it.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Yeah, like
thinking
a
about it.
teleportation circle that goes to them into.
Yeah.
Be easy peasy.
Anyway, something else that I think it was you, Sebastian, who mentioned it last night. You want some way of being able to contact us, right?
Oh, yes. I thought maybe the tiny chests would have done the trick, but the ones that they're connected, so if you put one item in there, you can also take it out.
Yep.
You remember that? Yep. But I kept dropping notes in there, and I guess they didn't really get answered.
What? I take it out and I open it.
Is this one you can see into, or is it you just have to pull something out?
No, you have to open it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you activate the tiny chest, it just basically becomes a normal chest.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do, you see like roughly 5 to 10 letters that are signed with the outside saying "Sirs."
I say sorry. We were literally everywhere.
That's okay. Yeah, but just I tried doing it that way, but there was no way to contact you to see if you were getting the letters. I just know that whenever I opened it, it was always just there.
Okay. Well, I will make a uh better practices of checking it at
Okay.
least once a day. Because
Well,
yeah,
that's one thing. The other thing, like what I thought about last night as I was falling asleep was, sending stones, which are a thing. But now
Mhm.
that I remembered about the chest, maybe because we don't have sending stones, we would have to get them somehow, or maybe the magic lab makes them. But now that you've said that about the chest, another idea. I mean, you don't really need to talk to us. You just need to some way of letting us know that we should check the chest if you put something in. So maybe if we can task the magic lab with making something akin to sending stones that doesn't actually transmit words, but just like beeps or something, or vibrates, or magically lets us know, hey, I'm being activated. Maybe it warms up. I don't know, something like that, to just let us know we should check the chest. That might be doable easier.
I do know that higher level wizards can put maybe a spell on something that if there's a trigger, then a sound will emanate or a vibration or something of the nature. Um, so I don't know if you want to do it like that, where once something is placed into the chest from my end, maybe your chest can emanate a sound.
Um, yes. I mean, what? I don't. The only spell I could think of would be Glyph of Warding. But then that would be a one-time use. You'd have to recast it every time it goes off. It'd be better if it was more of a permanent thing, right? That's what you were thinking.
Well, I know if a spell is placed onto an item enough times, it will just always have that on there.
Yeah.
Once the spell is placed on it each day a number of times.
And is Glyph of Warding the spell that you were thinking about then, or is it something else?
The glyph of what?
Glyph of Warding, that's one spell I know. Yeah, I don't have it at the top of my head, but I put my hand in my pocket and I pull out my wizard's spell book and check it. It says here, yeah, here, Glyph of Warding. I could inscribe an object with a glyph. Blah blah blah. It stays active until it's either dispelled or triggered, so there's no timer on it. Yada yada. Either I could put a spell into it that gets triggered, or it could explode. That doesn't sound good. Maybe a spell is better. Yeah. Don't see anything about it becoming permanent.
Oh no, this is a little bit something different from the glyph of warding. This is something that you can place on an item, and I'll need to find the exact name of it, but yeah, like if you do it, I think it's like a number of times, then it just like becomes permanent on the item. This was in the I believe it was in the uh what do you call it? The PDF that I showed you guys from a while back about the add-ons for certain things.
I thought
I'll have
it
to
was
find the
Sebastian
PDF.
talking. The
No,
PDF
no,
I showed you guys.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I
no.
don't
This is
remember
like I
that.
think the PDF, if I'm not mistaken. And like once you cast it, like I think it's like a lot of times you have to cast it every single day, and
I know
then
what you're
once you
talking
cast
about.
it,
It's enchanting.
yeah,
It's enchanting, and you have to do it for a year.
yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, thank you. All right, I'm redeemed.
No, it's still a thing. It's just that like, because there's a spell. Um, I think it's Morning Canaan's wizard house or something like that. It's
Mhm.
one of those spells where if you cast it a certain amount of times in the same place, it'll stay there permanently.
Yeah,
And it's the same rules for that. I just, yeah, but it's a wizard spell. Yeah. I think it's also teleportation circle or greater teleportation is the spell, I think. For that.
Teleportation circle works like that, yeah. Yeah, I do know about that, but I just don't know what spell it is.
Yeah.
Teleportation circle?
Oh, the one that we were talking about that alerts us. Item is put into it.
I think it's a different one.
I don't know. Yeah. No, I think.
I'm having.
I mean, unless I can ask at the school, but they seem to only want to teach me stuff through classes, which takes a lot of time. I would rather they just give me a spell book or a spell scroll so I can copy it into my book.
Yeah. I'm having the hardest time trying to find this vault in the Stronghold PDF. Because it's not called Vault.
I don't know if they have one. Maybe we were just discussing by like making a vault by basically building a storage room but putting in additional defenses. I don't know. We definitely wanted a vault.
Yeah, I'm trying to just find, because my thoughts for a vault would be, and again, if you look in the PDF, let's see, it's page 35. There are the different materials. So there's like
How can I find the
adamantine, bone,
PDF?
deep coral, earth, glass. I would go with the iron, and then unless you want to go like something super expensive, like mithril or the obdurium.
So are you guys talking about teleportation circle or are you guys talking about like something different?
The
Or
vault. So do you know what
vault?
the PDF that we were looking at for the, just type in Stronghold Builder's Guidebook for the search, or it's just the word Stronghold, and there's a PDF that I put in. And then if you go to page 35 of that PDF out of 136, there are different materials for walls.
You search for
So I'll even take a
Stronghold.
screenshot.
Here, I found it.
I'm gonna upload it real quick.
What page do you say? 35?
Yeah. Page 35 of that PDF. Okay, I'm gonna put it into
That's
the
for walls.
campaign. Okay, I just uploaded it to campaign. So I would say iron and more expensive. So like there's iron, obviously not ice, but there's iron, then there's mithril, there's adamantine, and there's obdurium. So any one of those. On the hardness scale. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm guessing you guys want to go iron for that.
That would make sense.
Probably.
I also just searched for vault in the whole document. And basically just says on the storage units, it says that it can be turned into a vault by, basically putting in additional security measures.
Got it. Nice. Perfect.
The end of all the versions of storage, like basic, fancy, whatever, it says you can turn a storage space into a vault with the addition of safeguards such as watchmen, strong walls, traps, locks, and wondrous architecture.
Okay, so yeah, the stronger walls definitely is the necessity. And then
Oh, okay. So I found kind of what you're looking for, but in Galdur's Tower, that's the spell I was talking about. It says
yeah,
if you cast a spell again while it's inactive, the maintain tower's existence for 20 hours. You can create a permanent tower by
yeah,
casting this spell in the same location with the same configuration every day
yes,
for a year.
yes,
Yeah.
that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Did you do the vault was basic? Actually, I'll just go on the Discord.
I think
'Cause-
we haven't actually like paid for that yet. I think that one and the teleportation room are not yet paid for, so
Okay,
we actually haven't picked at all.
all right, all right, we can do that.
Yeah, we do have money left in the the coffers of
Oh,
this stronghold place now. They still have like 5k, so it shouldn't be a problem.
I was gonna
To
say,
pay
did we
for
ever
it.
figure out how much we got? How much we got with the take or no?
Yeah, it was 20 gold.
That's not a lot.
Yep.
But
I
okay.
agree.
Well, there is multipliers that I think it's like. I mean, I have to see it again, but it's like also takes into account. You know what? I'm not going to say it until I look at it. Here we go. Running a business. Yeah, I would say the more successful rolls you do, the more of a modifier you would have. So, like right now, you have a successful roll. I would give you like +1 modifier, and then your next successful roll +2 or 3 or something like that. Or whatever the mechanic would be. I guess. I don't want to say proficiency bonus, but yeah. All right, so then we need to figure out. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice little sidebar. Okay, back to back to the world.
I was also, or am now looking at the spells that have vault in it, because I searched for vault, so I looked at all the occurrences, and they have some stuff with the idea that you can add it to a vault.
What's that?
Like, for example, there was alarm was one, and now I'm looking at speaking stones, but they're all pretty expensive. That's, I think, the downside.
Yeah.
Unless I got, well, Stone Tell is not a spell in this version of D&D 5e, but if you, it says here, if you have prerequisites, craft wondrous item and Stone Tell, you can make it yourself. Speaking stones, that sounds cool.
Well,
Can you hear him, Engel? It's cutting out for me.
I'm here. Wait,
But can
what?
you hear Clavine? I think Clavine was talking, but he's cutting out.
Yeah, I didn't hear him at all. I just
PDF that
heard. I didn't hear anything.
Oh, hello.
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's like this PDF that I sent you guys earlier, where it was like a bunch of spells, and I know Locke, you were like super interested in it. And there's like one that was called like Whirling Blades, and it's like invisible blades that are constantly spinning. So if someone tries to like fly over your your wall, like into the compound, they would just be like hit with like buzz saws, pretty much. But there was like a whole PDF about it, or most of a PDF about it.
Something else I just remembered thinking about the vault is we had that spell that we found in the game that was used on the iron doors. For example, the one that is like in the tunnel that leads to the room and stuff.
Yeah.
Which we also learned how to cast that spell. We have like the scroll for it. So we could make we could make the vault door into one of those, which basically means only designated people can go through the door.
Okay.
Which one are you talking about?
Hold on, like Goblin Shard and Scroll. Restricted entry is what you called it.
Uh-huh.
I can send you a
Sure.
screenshot of what it was. Or just copy paste the image, I guess. The general chat. This.
Oh yeah. Remember this stuff.
Which actually turns any doors into thick metal doors as you cast it.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot about this stuff. That's dope.
We also put that into the hideout that Alma is now using, if I remember correctly. We cast it there on one of those doors because we wanted to use it as our hideout. In the end, they moved in there.
Wait, which hideout? The one that she was trapped in?
No, the
Library.
The one that's right outside of Barumi, where
Yeah, her library. Yeah. All right. Well. All right then. So I guess we have a couple more because now, I mean, depending on when you want to. I mean, Engel, are you gonna pay your cousins to work on it? Or are you just gonna offer them like, if you work on it, you can live in Allrine?
I was gonna say if we can go ahead and let them start their business here. If they have a business set up, we can let them start a business here
Dang,
to
dude.
expand their business by using my contacts as potential jobs to go ahead and get themselves started.
Okay. That's cool. All right then. I think now it's 3:23. I think might be time.
All right.
Since I have work very soon.
Okay. What do we want to do next time? Message for ourselves. I don't know. What do we want to do next time?
Well then,
Finish.
DM message. Go and start building the vault, and then hide it so it's not considered constructed. And then I need to build one more thing. I'll have to think about it later. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we were part of what we have to do is figure out what we want to do now, anyways. We have the to-do list. We can look at that. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
Bye bye, YouTube.
Bye,
But,
YouTube.